Sup y'all, today we're going to be looking at state flags because fuck it, it's my channel and I do what I want. While this might seem like it's just my opinion, these rankings are actually objective facts according to 4 major design principles. Number 1, keep your design simple. This thing's going to be seen from 100 feet away flapping in the breeze, so no minute details because no one's going to be able to fucking see that. Number 2, have your flag symbolize something meaningful about the state. For a foreign example, the flag of Japan, which is a lovely flag, has a nice big red dot on it that symbolizes the sun. Good flag. Rule number 3, no writing of any kind on your flag. If you have to literally spell out the name of your state on your flag, then your symbolism has failed. Number 4, for the love of God, do not put your state seal on your flag. Seals were meant to be seen on letters that are about this far away, as opposed to flags which are 100 feet away and flowing in the wind. If your state flag design is entirely predicated off your state seal, what that tells me is that your state just sucks. We're going to find out pretty quickly here that most of the state's flags are just dog shit, so I'm going to blow through the first 25 pretty quickly. Kansas, shit. Oregon, shit. Oregon, I don't know exactly what you're going for because you have 2 different designs on each side. One with your state seal and says State of Oregon, kill me. And one with a beaver. Please just go with the beaver. Even if it's not the most interesting design, it's at least better than the absolute atrocity you have right now. North Dakota, shit. Wisconsin, shit. Pennsylvania, shit. New York, shit. Montana, shit. Nevada, shit. New Hampshire, shit. Maine, shit. Idaho, shit. Nebraska, shit. South Dakota, shit. Utah, shit. Utah, you could be doing a lot better, man. All the other states in the 4 corners have fantastic flags, but you gotta be the one that puts your fucking state seal on it. Vermont, shit. Virginia, shit. West Virginia, shit. Michigan. Actually, Michigan's is alright. Just kidding, it's shit. Minnesota, shit. Delaware, shit. Kentucky, shit. Massachusetts, shit. New Jersey, shit. Missouri, shit. Iowa, shit. Illinois, shit. Connecticut, shit. Washington, okay. Yours isn't good by any means, but it's at least more interesting than all the others because it's got a unique color palette and the seal isn't quite as... I mean, you can actually tell what it says. It's a picture of George Washington, obviously. So, just take some solace in that you're the best of the worst. Now it's time for the South. Now the South actually has some pretty good flags from a design standpoint, but they tend to draw a lot of inspiration from a questionable source.
Well, I wish I was in the land of cotton.
Mississippi, Arkansas, Alabama, Florida. This is Alabama's flag, but with your state seal on top of it. Georgia. Now we get to Tennessee. In Tennessee, I actually like this flag a lot. And if it weren't for the historical baggage, it'd definitely be in the top 10 because it's a really nice flag. But again, meaningful symbolism is a big part of flags, and it is symbolizing the wrong things. Honestly, for all y'all that live in the South, I know a bunch of you, and you're actually, for the most part, wonderful human beings. I feel like if you change up your flags, you'd get less of a bad rap from people that don't know you guys. Now we get to the group that I tend to think of as, you know, that's a solid flag. I might tweak a thing or two, but it's a solid flag. Oklahoma. I like what you're doing here, Oklahoma. You got a nod to Native American history with the shield and all, but could you please get rid of the lettering at the bottom? It's not that hard, guys. You had it right before. Louisiana. The design's a little bit complicated, but I like the pelican because that's a nice symbol of the state. Lose the ribbon and you've got a winner, guys. North Carolina. It's a solid flag. Hawaii. Now, Hawaii, I know you used to be controlled by the British, but we control you now. So don't hang on to that past relationship. It's not healthy. It's time to move on, guys. It's been like 150 years. On the real, though, it's a pretty nice flag. Wyoming. I love everything there is about this flag except for the seal in the middle. Please get rid of it because your flag is fantastic otherwise. Ohio. This flag is perfect, honestly. It's just not in the top 10 because I have an inherent bias towards flags that aren't rectangular. Indiana. This flag is great. The 19 stars in the circle represent that Indiana was the 19th state, and they form a nice orb around the torch in a kind of European Union type way, although I believe they did it first. Get rid of the Indiana word mark, guys. You don't need it. Same with California. That's a unique color scheme that pops, and the bear is entirely unique to you guys, and it gives you that sense of identity. Just get rid of the word mark. You don't need it. You really don't need it. Rhode Island. The anchor is a nice nod to the state's coastal heritage, and the stars serve the same purpose here as they do with Indiana. And I like the colors too. Good flag. Maryland. It's a bit busy for my taste, and the whole coat of arms thing seems a little out of place outside of a monarchy. But you gotta admit, when you're looking at like a whole group of all the U.S. state flags, this is the one that catches your eye first. Bravo. Honorable mention for the District of Columbia. Now, D.C. doesn't technically get a spot here because it's not technically a state, it's a district. But it's a beautiful flag design nonetheless. I put it here as a message to all the states that have really bad state flags, just to show how easy it is. Look guys, DC isn't even a state and it's got a better flag than you. Make an effort. Now we enter the final tier, the top tier of US state flags, the elite tier. And these flags are just, I love them. I would put them up on my wall. Or if you're from that state, you should put them up on your wall. I'm not from your state, so I wouldn't put your state's flag up on my wall. I'd put my state's flag up on my wall. Arizona, number 6. This flag screams Southwest, as it should, mind you. When I see this flag, I think of Arizona, which is great. It's fantastic. Number 5, Texas. You Texans often talk your state up a lot more than it deserves because, let's be honest, it's just really South Oklahoma. But their flag's actually pretty great, as much as I hate to admit. It's simple, it's clean, and most of all, the state loves it, which that's just as important as anything else, honestly. Number 4, Alaska, coming in ahead of Texas again. I love this flag. It's a brilliant use of association. Ursa Major brings to mind cold northern nights under the stars, and something that's romanticized in such films as Into the Wild. Plus, some 13-year-old kid came up with this design, which just goes to show it really doesn't take all that much to make a great state flag. You just have to not put your fucking seal on it. Number 3, South Carolina. You nailed it, guys. Your state name is the Palmetto State, so what do you put on the flag? A palmetto. Perfect. You don't need to do anything else. It's gorgeous. Number 2, Colorado. Now, this is my home state, so naturally I'm going to be a bit biased towards the flag, but come on, guys. It's gorgeous. It's the red, the white, the blue, and the yellow. It symbolizes the sky and the mountains and the sun, and it's just... But aside from that, this flag design is everywhere. You see it on shirts, on bumper stickers, on socks. I've got a pair right here. But as much as I love the Colorado State flag, and even though it means so much to me, it's not number 1. Number 1 is New Mexico. 1, it's a very unique color scheme. No other state in the union uses just red and yellow. 2, that symbol in the middle, the whole like cross thing, that's the Zia sun sign. It's a nod to Native American heritage, which if you've ever been to New Mexico, the state is saturated with it. That is what I'm talking about when I bring up meaningful symbolism. And honestly, I love New Mexico and Colorado about the same, but New Mexico gets the nod for this reason. Colorado is a great state to begin with. It's got the natural beauty, it's got the friendly people, and people are just happy to be here to begin with, so the state flag just accentuates that. But New Mexico, on the other hand, is, well, not the worst state in the union. It's getting there, guys. So the New Mexico state flag means a lot more than the Colorado state flag, because if Colorado didn't have a great flag and it was just some garbage flag like New York's, then everyone would be like, oh, whatever, it's still Colorado. Colorado's so cool. But New Mexico is a garbage state that I think is elevated by the fact that it is a stellar state flag. It provides some of that enchantment that New Mexico claims to be the land of solely through design. And I think that's beautiful. So congratulations, New Mexico. You've got the best flag in the union, according to me, which of course is a totally objective source. If your state flag is great, then that's fantastic. Wear it with pride. But if you looked at your state flag today and you're like, wow, that kind of sucks, you can talk to your state legislators and there's a chance it can get changed. If you want something to change, do something about it. And remember, guys, it's not that hard to make a great state flag. Just gotta follow those main 4 principles. Anyway, hope your life is made better by knowing my opinion on all 50 state flags. I'll see y'all later.